Hello and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. As always, that's
Ken.
and I'm John.
What's up, guys?
Welcome to another episode.
Yes. What's up, Johnny?
What's happening?
Johnny, I got some big news with Johnny recently.
Yes, sir.
So, Johnny, we were hoping that we'd be playing each other in our fantasy football championship.
We were very close to it.
We were very close. The team that I had played didn't even have a great game, but he had that one player that scored 50 freaking points.
Yeah,
that
Amari Cooper for Cleveland.
Yes, Amari Cooper, that's who it was. And he normally would score like 15 at most, maybe. And he scored 50. And the guy beat me by like 5. I actually had a pretty good game. All my players did solid. There was no like real upsets.
I mean, honestly, that helped me because I had Joe Flacco, the quarterback. So every time he threw him, I got the points as well. So that helped me go to the Super Bowl.
Piece that together. Did not know that.
Yeah.
So you benefited, and the guy who ended up playing you benefited. But John is the victor.
Victorious we are.
Yes.
We are.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm kind of
big TDs in my face.
I think I want to change those rules. Like, we got to change those rules. It's kind of messed up. I can make it to the semifinals and not get a dime, right? Because I'm not getting anything, I think.
No, that's pretty good. That's right.
No, but always because you won.
What do you want, a participation trophy?
No, but we used to do it where if you even made it to the playoffs, you got like $100 or something.
Did you?
Yes.
I don't remember. We've been doing this for so long.
Yeah. Unless it was a different league. But I could have sworn it was this league. But
yeah, I would like to go back to maybe 2 divisions.
That's a great idea.
I talked to our Commissioner Rob about that. And he said he would bring it up at the next meeting.
Yes,
because there was a division winner that was like 7-7 or something, you know, and I was like 9 and something, and you were like even better than me.
Did I get in as a wild card? I think I did.
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah,
and I was the lowest wild card seed. And I had a great record.
Yeah, that was a little ridiculous. Yeah, I think we should really keep that in consideration, especially when we're such great players like ourselves.
Yeah, this was my first playoff in a few years, and my first Super Bowl win in 7 years. Yeah, I haven't won in quite a long time.
I think it's about 3 years since I won that one. But I was fairly new to that league when I won it. So, but yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Big titties in my face.
And what are we cheersing with?
Not
right
big titties,
here?
big TDs.
Big TDs. That's his name.
Big
yes,
TDs
big
in my
TDs,
face.
Yes.
I love big TDs.
Yes. And we're cheersing today with Maine lunch. I am wearing the shirt.
Not breakfast.
Not breakfast.
Not dinner.
Not dinner.
Not even a midnight snack.
And dinner and second dinner are very good by Maine as well. But I was at a Bottle King recently, and I had to get a new keg for my draft. And I was like, oh, what kind of sixes do you have here? And he named a couple, and then he's like, oh, we got Maine lunch. Sold. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask how much it was, but Bottle King's usually reasonable with their prices.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll take that because I love Maine lunch. It's one of my actually favorite go-to beers. It's not like... I don't know. Like, I mean, Maine is this considered West Coast? Because look at the color.
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
not. I don't know. It's not as gold as a West Coast.
Well,
it's still got a little haze, but
and technically it should be considered, I guess, New England if it's coming from that area. But it's not traditional New England style.
No,
but
maybe this is how beer should be.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Congratulations on your championship win.
Yeah, that's good. It's really good.
I just realized something.
What's that?
We flipped the script today. We usually start with the bourbon.
Yeah, but it's all right. We're cheersing my win.
There you go.
We can get into the bourbon because we're going to be drinking this throughout the whole episode.
I know. We've been going back and forth with starting episodes with bourbon and beer. Now I didn't even realize it. I'm like, oh wait, we shouldn't have done that.
That's all right.
That's okay. Now it's too good in my mouth.
There's no rules, man. We do what we want to do.
Exactly. But now it's like I can't stop drinking it because it's so good.
Yeah, we sip it as we go. I mean, we could still open that right now and do what we want to do.
Yeah, I know. Right. Who's got rules here?
But going back to Maine lunch, whenever I see them, like Maine in the store, like my local ShopRite Liquors always has Maine.
Yeah.
Different one, like 6 or 7 different ones.
Yeah.
I'm always picking it up. It's usually like $7 for a bottle, but I'm okay with that. You're going to get 2 big glasses out of it.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because it's not like there's different size beer bottles, and there's ones that are like your typical 12 ounce.
Yeah.
And then you have your main one, which is like kind of the in between, because they have the large ones like we had on that last
that cane beer.
Like that cane one, which was like pretty freaking big.
Yeah.
And then the main is kind of like in between, so you can have like a good solid beer and a half out of it. What is that though? Is it 20? I don't know how many ounces that is, but
It's more than 16, isn't it?
It might be like those funny ounces, like 16.9 or something. You know, it might be something like that, but I'm not 100% sure.
But everything they put out, I dig. I mean, that's one of my bucket list places I'd love to go.
I know. It's so there. Far Maine, though. But it's supposed to be gorgeous up there, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, one day. Maybe we could add it to our travels, or we can do a romantic trip.
Trip. I would love that. Yeah.
But what else in the news, man? Sports-wise, anything going on? Anything,
No. I mean, hey, we are in our second week of January, right? I think we have MLK coming up soon.
Okay.
Which means to me, once we pass MLK, that means baseball spring training is right around the corner.
Yeah, and football will be over.
And football, we'll have the Super Bowl coming up soon. The playoffs start next week.
Hey, speaking of football, speaking of the Jets, I know they were talking about it for some time that Aaron Rodgers was supposed to come. Yeah. Is he going to come back and play or no?
No.
Oh, he's done. He's just completely done.
Yeah. I think he was going to come back if the team was still in it.
Oh.
But they're far from in it, so he's just going to...
I didn't know if he was making a next week appearance or anything. I'm not a Jets fan, so I don't follow it. I don't really even know their contentions here, what's going on with them. So
no. And this is actually going to come out after the last week, and I think Trevor Siemian is the starting. Yeah.
Yes. So he's continuing to start, and Rodgers is kind of like, if we made it to the playoffs for some reason, then he would have maybe said, okay, this is doable.
I think that's it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure. I guess he'll be back next year. I mean, he's under contract.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do.
And Saquon's free agent, right?
Saquon's a free agent. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting offseason for football.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants, I feel like they got the shaft a little bit with Saquon because he had so much time where he was out.
Yeah.
I mean, he was injured quite a few times, right? I mean,
the last 2 years, he's had really good years.
Yes. So I'll have to admit, during fantasy football, the first year he was back healthy, I was very reluctant to even consider picking him up unless it was like a later round or something, only because he just seemed like he was injury prone.
Yeah.
You know, so
a few years ago we did that side fantasy thing that we got out of, and I had the second pick overall, and I picked Saquon, and that's the year he got hurt. I was like, forget this.
Thankfully, I lost my QB.
Russell Wilson's getting cut from the Broncos. Apparently.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy.
He became my backup, and Stafford became my number one.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that was a good pickup by you.
Yeah. I was lucky to get him. And what's his Jahmyr Gibbs, man?
Yeah,
he and you know how they had like the fantasy analysis afterwards. They said Ken picked this Jahmyr Gibbs way too soon in the whatever, and on my list he was pretty high up.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that he should have went whatever round, but he had a great season for me, man.
Yeah, he had a good season.
Yeah.
I think it was between him and David Montgomery. They projected him lower because of that. They didn't know who would be. They go back and forth between the two.
Yes.
And you never want a tandem when you're getting a running back so early.
Yeah.
Like I picked McCaffrey with the number 2 overall pick.
Well, McCaffrey's going to be, I think, number 1 next year, man.
I mean, he should be.
He's
He should
consistent.
have been number 1 this year too.
Yeah, he's consistent, man. He's always does all right. I mean, unless he's injured, which has happened too. But yeah.
But yeah, I think. Do you have any predictions? Like who you're? I mean, obviously, I guess you're Ravens.
Right? Ravens. Not just because I'm a Ravens fan, but the Ravens are just looking. They're just
Ravens
stellar,
look
man.
like they can just blow away everybody. Right now.
Yeah.
If it's a Ravens Niners Super Bowl, I will be super happy.
Yeah. Well, hey, that'd be a repeat of.
Yeah, but it would be a really
the
good
Har
game.
Bowl. That's when John and Jim. Yeah. And. That was fun to watch, man. Just to see that. It's always fun when there's some kind of like relationship, like if it was like the Eagles and Kansas City,
Yeah.
With the Kelsey brothers and everything.
Kelsey brothers, yeah. Even the coach, Reed. He used to be. He got fired from Philly.
That is
Kansas
true.
City.
That is true. Why would you ever fire Reed, man? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it's like New England this year. Are they gonna get rid of Bill Belichick?
Well, I think he's retiring.
Or is he? I don't think he's going to retire.
You don't think
he'll go
so?
somewhere else. No, I don't think so.
I thought he's retiring.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think they're just not close anymore. I'm sorry, Belichick is not really much without Brady.
We learned a lot with Brady. And that's one of the things.
Yeah.
Was Belichick only good with Brady? A. And then we thought originally, a lot of people said Brady's only going to be good if he's with the Patriots. And then he goes to Tampa Bay.
And he wins.
Yeah. That's when the GOAT came into play.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, wait a second. This guy can really
I mean, Belichick
play.
is still probably one of the greatest
coaches
of all time. But it just proves that you need a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody who wins needs a good quarterback to win. I'm sorry. The quarterback is the most prolific, part of the team.
Yeah. Well,
it's
you have a
undeniable.
team. They're the heart of that team.
They're the heart. You can't win without a good quarterback.
No.
There's been some flukes like the Ravens years and years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had the best defense ever.
Yeah, Ravens have
they
always
won.
had a pretty decent defense. And I remember when they picked up Lamar Jackson and then he took over Flacco's spot, and I was just like, I was angry, man. I was like, who's this guy and everything?
Yeah.
I'm like, Joe Flacco. I'm like, he won him a Super Bowl. He had the face. He was a great quarterback. And then when they brought him into it, I was like, what are they doing? But then you start to think, and you're like, wait, don't question the Ravens because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
I mean, I remember that draft and Lamar Jackson just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I think did we take that the year we took Darnold or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, if I can just go back in time.
Yeah.
If you knew what you knew.
Yeah. He knows he knows how to play, man. And he can move. He can scramble. He can do a lot.
Scramble. He could throw. He could do everything.
Yeah. And now Mahomes nowadays, he doesn't seem like he's that all-star when he started.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the weapons around him are just
the
O-line looks shaky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll still take Mahomes. I won't put anything past him.
Yeah.
I think that team could still come out of nowhere and go all the way.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I like that Purdy guy too when he came in. He had a great start.
Yeah, he's Purdy.
He's Purdy guy.
Mahomes is Purdy.
No, you know what I'm saying.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Yeah, he seems pretty legit, man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Another guy. I think he was undrafted. Right?
Yeah, isn't that the way? It's funny how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, you have someone like Aaron Rodgers who sat on the bench for what, a little while before. I mean, even Tom Brady sat on the bench before he became.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be interesting.
We'll see. I'm okay with a top pick sitting on the bench for a little bit to watch.
Yeah.
They don't need to come in and tear it up.
Well, yeah. Look at Geno Smith, though. Geno Smith was a Jet, and he started out, he was kind of rusty. He wasn't really, I hate to use the word rusty. He was kind of just not experienced for NFL.
And he had zero weapons, around him. He could have sat a year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got, I just lost my train of thought now. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers now. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But then you got guys like C.J. Stroud for Houston. He's coming and tearing it up. But you got those other guys, the Carolina Panthers guy, the Indianapolis guy. They need a year to just sit and, But we'll see.
We'll see. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, looking forward to the Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to baseball.
I got to get in some boxes, bro. I see who's doing it. I know Jay usually does. I think.
Jay will do.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe we could do a Instagram box. Winner wins a bottle of bourbon. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else? So speaking of Aaron Rodgers, have you seen him in the news lately?
I saw something.
He's a little. He likes to talk shit.
He's running his mouth.
Mm-hmm. He was on the Pat McAfee show last week.
All right.
Calling out Jimmy Kimmel, saying, "Watch out! That Epstein list is coming out. Jimmy Kimmel's going to be on it." And he said that on the Pat McAfee show, and Kimmel came back and he called him an asshole and said, he put his family in danger by saying that, and if he keeps talking, they'll figure it out in court.
Yeah. Well, at least I guess Jimmy Kimmel didn't necessarily say, "I'm taking you to court." He kind of just said,
"Keep talking." Yeah.
If this progresses, but yes. So I mean, it is. I mean, with the drama, the controversy, who Epstein was. And everything, I guess I can see why you don't want your name anywhere near his name.
Sure,
but I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. I can't stand him.
I am not a Jimmy Kimmel fan at all.
The guy who did the Man Show,
it's not the same dude.
And yes, he went from the Man Show where he's like women jumping on trampolines, to
a stuck-up asshole.
Yes, and you shouldn't. It's almost like he was a chauvinist, and now he's like a feminist.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I think he's kind of a fraud, and he's done some stupid things. And
he says a lot of stupid things.
And he tends to... Here's the thing, and when it comes to these comedians or whatever, especially these people in the industry like him, where they can dish dish, they will talk about everyone,
They can't
make fun of everyone, but the second someone says something about them,
they cry.
They cry.
Mm-hmm. Threaten. I'm gonna get my lawyer.
Yes. Oh,
man up, dude.
Yeah. If you want to, like, and I'm sure it started because he said something about Aaron Rodgers.
It did. A couple years ago, he made a big deal because Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers does some outrageous stuff too.
We know this.
He came out and said he was what did he say? Immunized.
Yes.
Whatever that word was. He said.
Well, he created his own definition.
He created his own, saying that he got the shots or whatever, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So Kimmel called him out, and Kimmel called him Aaron the Karen, and he said a lot of shit. He started this a couple years ago, so there's beef between these two. This didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yes, it's kind of like with Chris Rock and Will Smith. There was some beef,
a little bit of beef
prior to it, but once again, don't be a comic. Don't put yourself in that position. It seems hypocritical a lot of times. Granted, and I hate to do this, but I'll give Jimmy Kimmel the benefit of the doubt that it is an extremely touchy subject because of the accusations that involved with Epstein and everything that went on, and that goes for both the left and the right. So there could be potentially a lot of people involved in this.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't say don't cry. Court, don't cry. We're gonna do this. Settle it, man. Go at each other for a little bit, you know, and then just let it go.
Yeah,
like whatever. But Jimmy Kimmel comes on. He talks shit about people all the time.
I know.
He's a Trump hater. He talks shit all the time.
I know.
And it's okay when he does it, but it's not okay when somebody else talks shit about him.
Yes.
Go F yourself.
Yes. It's like, once again, it's hypocritical. Don't be a hypocrite. You can make a statement and say it's not true. I don't know where you got this from. Yeah. Don't say I'm gonna take you to court, and whatever.
Yeah, just prove your innocence.
Yeah,
just wait for the list to come out. Are you on there? Or you're not. Yeah. I don't think he is, from what I gather.
Yeah.
But hey, man, if you want to get somebody's panties in a bunch, I guess that's the thing to say.
Yeah.
But you started this shit years ago. That's your job, is to really just put people down in your monologues.
Yes.
I mean, that's how you're funny to people. I don't think you're funny, but
yeah,
he's got a popular show, so I guess he gets away with what he wants to say.
I know. But he did that one thing. What was it? An award ceremony, and he laid down.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah,
he turned into a weirdo.
He took the moment out of the person that was receiving the award, and because he just wanted to lay down on the floor that she was doing her speech. It's almost like, dude, they earn that. Don't steal their thunder. Don't make it about yourself.
Yeah.
Don't, and that was pretty pathetic.
Like when Kanye went up when what was that, Taylor Swift?
Exactly. I mean, that was years ago. Yeah.
Douchey move though. That's so stupid.
Yes, this should have been Beyonce, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Look at Taylor Swift is now like she's 10 times bigger than Beyonce. I feel like now, at least. Who knows?
Yeah.
Time, years, things change. You know.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what Beyonce has done lately. I don't like either. So just full disclosure, I really don't care for both. Although John is a Swiftie, but
how do you not like Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
there's nothing to like about her.
She's pretty. I'll leave it at that.
She's talented.
She can play the guitar. That's good. Not a lot of artists can do that.
She can play the guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, think about it though. A lot of these pop,
Beyonce doesn't even barely write her own songs.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, Britney Spears, was she playing an instrument or doing any of that?
No.
Or any of these? They're good singers. But she's a pretty good singer. She can play an instrument. That's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I think it is hypocritical. I
was thinking of Britney in my head.
Oh yeah.
Wasted talent, so cute. She's a nutcase.
You watch her juggling knives and stuff
like that? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram.
You're waiting to see if you could see anything peek out with her bathing suit hanging down or
follow
whatever
her on
she's
Instagram,
wearing.
and she's really out of her mind, man.
Yeah, she's lost it. Yeah.
Poor kid. But anyway, Jimmy Kimmel, you're a schmuck. Aaron Rodgers, you're kind of a schmuck too for the shit you say. I feel bad for Pat McAfee because he's like really popular right now.
Yeah.
And he's doing his thing, and he got millions of dollars to take his YouTube show to ESPN, and he's doing like half and half.
All right. But you can't. No one can blame him. It's
absolutely
it's
not.
like if I had someone who's extreme opinion on this show, or if we had someone that was like, very opinionated about something, well, that's their opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not. It's like you look at Joe Rogan. Do you think Joe Rogan just has left or right people on the show or whatever?
Right.
He has everyone on the show.
I think it's a little different because I don't know. Pat McAfee, he's a guy who talks to. He's got a mouth, but he just recently got this deal with ESPN. ESPN's owned by Disney. ABC's owned by Disney. Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel's on ABC. So it's kind of like I gotta kind of back him up, but I don't. But man. Aaron Rodgers, I pay for him to be on my show, and he's one of my friends. I got to back him up.
I like Disney and all this stuff, but there's
Disney's a bunch of wackos.
There's too many skeletons in the closet there, man.
Disney, there's something going on there with Disney. You want to talk conspiracy with Disney?
Yeah.
I think somebody's a little effed up on that.
Side. There's a lot of skeletons in the closet here. There's a lot going on. Remember that whole shit too with like was it Wayfair or something like that?
You order like a white couch, it's gonna come with like a 5-year-old boy. Yeah. I don't know if that was true. But,
hey, listen, we're not stating facts here, people.
No,
we're just
I don't know
stating things that we've heard.
Yeah.
And
now you look at all like the Disney movies have like these sexual innuendos in them.
And it goes both ways, by the way, too, people. Like if we have someone on our show, don't take our opinions and say they're theirs either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got to put a disclaimer every time we want to talk? No.
Yeah.
I mean, open opinions doesn't mean you believe and I believe and they believe and you believe.
Yes.
But it's fun. Make it fun though. There's no need to get nasty and.
Yeah. Well, no one can talk anymore. No one can. My wife said this the other day, and she said that she can have the greatest conversations with all her friends who are all different politically. There's a lot of different political views. Mm-hmm. She said, and I will always have the greatest conversation as long as there's no politics ever involved.
Yeah.
So she basically says, makes it a point, just don't talk politics.
Don't talk politics. Politics and religion.
Yeah.
That's the two things that are going to get you in trouble.
Yeah. Yes, it's always touchy subjects. It's always something, unless you can handle it and unless you have an open mind. And the whole thing, the part of having any kind of conversation, and it's difficult to do at times because I deal with it myself, is listening. Is sometimes you're so passionate about your opinion, you're almost sealing off your whatever you're hearing because you're so stuck on what you want to say next. Mm-hmm. Sit there, stop, listen. Right? Hear what I'm saying. Take it, leave it, do whatever you want with it. But I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not going to be offended if someone doesn't agree with something I'm saying. Why? Why am I going to be offended?
Yeah.
I'm not living their life. I'm not doing their daily routine. I'm not dealing with their whatever it is. It could be taxes or financial income or this or that or whatever. I'm not in the same boat.
Nope.
So why am I going to care what someone says or how they feel or whatever,
I'm getting up to go to work tomorrow no matter what your thought is or what your feeling is. I got to go make my money and I got to live my life, take care of my family.
Exactly.
Why do we need to fight over it, though?
And it comes to politics, when it comes to who you're voting for and everything, for the person that's going to do the best for you, who's going to make, who you have the faith in to make sure that you are going to live a life comfortably because of what they do.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case.
We dance around politics on this show. Like, we don't really divulge too much information. We like to dance around it, which is fun because I like, stay on our toes and whatever. And I think we're going to go into politics in that way in a minute or two because I got something else I want to bring up.
Okay.
But it's nothing to fight over, man. This is why the two sides can't get together and figure things out because everybody's a bunch of sissies now.
Yes.
And you can't hear somebody without getting mad at what they're saying.
And just because, and that's the thing too, which I've seen too. It's like you could have someone that is white or someone that is black. For instance, you have someone that is black and you have someone who speaks out for the blacks. Well, maybe not all the blacks want you to speak out for them.
Yeah, exactly.
They might say, no, I represent myself.
Yeah. I don't need you.
I don't need you to represent me.
Yeah, because you're making me look worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Asians or whites or like I said, anyone. It doesn't matter. I don't care what race. I don't care anything of the sort.
Yeah.
But don't say I'm going to represent all these people because they might not be want to.
I mean, everybody's got their assholes, right? I'll throw them out there. The white's got Donald Trump, kind of an asshole. I like him. You got their blacks. Got Reverend Al Sharpton, kind of an asshole. Don't like him.
Yeah.
You got Kim Jong-un, right, in the Asian community.
Yeah.
I can't think of any Latinos. They're pretty cool.
You got Putin and the Russians.
Putin?
Which apparently they say he's going to get, if there's
another
election,
where did that
he's
go?
Get voted in.
Where did that go? Did they just cease fire and stop and they're like best friends now?
No.
What happened?
No.
You don't hear nothing.
No, that's because the media is going to just put whatever they want you to focus on. And right now, the focus is on Israel, and the focus is on...
Actually, the focus is moving from Israel. It's moving on to it's election year now, because now we entered 2024.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute. What do you got there? Because I've been looking... You brought this bottle up, and I've been seeing this everywhere.
Yeah.
This is what people are talking about right now.
Well, he's been seeing it online everywhere. You don't
online
see it in
everywhere.
stores
No, not in stores. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this was a lot harder to find.
I've been seeing everybody on all our bourbon Facebook pages like talking about this.
Yeah, this is Penelope. We've done some Penelope. We've done quite a few Penelopes.
Penelope is one of the first I think we've done on this show.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago.
Yes,
I liked it.
And we did the Rio. That was probably the last one we had on here. Was a Rio, I think.
The Rio, yeah.
And we. So these guys who created Penelope, it's named after the guy's daughter, were out of Jersey, but then they were sourcing their bourbon and throwing it in different barrels, or in this case, this is light whiskey, and throwing it in barrels, and like the Valencia or the Amburana, Honey Amburana, and everything. And I mean, I think they're really good marketers too, because they put a lot out there and they distribute it to quite a few places. And then MGP said, "Hey, can we actually just buy your company because we like what you've done with it?" And they have the juice. They're the ones that have been providing them the juice. So I don't know the whole details of it.
Is that a sellout or is that a smart business move by a bigger company?
Maybe a little bit of both. Okay. I don't know. Because, I mean, dude, if you know, they got offered like millions and millions. It's kind of like one of those things like...
You'd be stupid
you'd
not
be
to.
Pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had a conversation today at lunch with a distiller. He works over at... Is it distiller? I don't even know because it's a cider place, Burnt Mill Cider. And he mentioned that they picked up some Penelope barrels and they were doing some things, some new things coming and everything over there. So just a little tidbit there.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, so seems interesting. But this is a light whiskey. Light whiskey, I don't know, for all of you who do not know, light whiskey basically, it became hip back in like the 70s, 80s, I guess, early 80s maybe, because bourbon went through a phase where people said, I don't want to drink my parents' spirits.
Right.
So when those people came of age and were drinking their spirits, they're like, so they got into their vodkas, their gins, all these lighter colored, spirits, rum.
Everything went from brown to clear.
Yes. So that became a thing. And so to compete, a lot of the industry said, we're going to create, it's going to be called light whiskey. Now, don't think because it's called light whiskey, that means it's going to be lower proofed, because actually it's quite the contrary. I've had some that are really, really, really high proof. Okay. So don't think that. But with light whiskey, though, I think I could be wrong, but it gets its lightness because they will distill and distill quite a few more times than you would do normally to get that lighter color consistency. So you're kind of almost filtering out all the darkness in a way and like all that burnt char that came from your barrels. So some people are like, yeah, but that's stripping away the goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking away the flavor.
Yes. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, but this is not a bourbon then.
It's whiskey.
It's whiskey.
Yes, I guess by the laws of bourbon, it can't be called a bourbon.
Okay.
Because of this process. Okay?
Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to give this one a try. I haven't had this one yet. And I've been wanting to try it.
I've been wanting to try this too. Like I said, I see it all over Facebook, all the bourbon pages.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got it here.
Yeah, this was a surprise when I saw it sitting there.
It was great.
Thank you.
Let me get a nose on it. Ooh.
That smells
very vanilla. A little of the ethanol.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It smells strong. What's the proof? You didn't say the proof.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You are right. Sorry, guys. This is coming in at 128.4 proof. 64.2% alcohol.
I would not think that. When something is labeled light whiskey,
I know.
I mean, it's like Diet Coke, 0 calorie, low
That's
proof.
what I say. Don't
Yeah,
think
you were
light.
definitely were serious about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Not a shot. But.
Yeah, no shot.
Okay.
It's different.
Maple. Still getting some of that vanilla.
I do get vanilla.
Yeah. Any maple? Not really?
A tad. There's something on the back end that I can't place. Malty? No, not malty.
Corn comes through.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't taste like the proof, though. It's not burning my insides away.
Yeah. It's sweet almost, I feel like.
It's sweet.
Yeah. I'm not hating.
It's not cinnamon, but it's something. Yeah, I think I kind of like it. It's very smooth for the proof.
And I keep saying I gotta stop doing this, but this is a fresh crack, and sometimes I'm like,
yeah, it's got to sit a little bit.
yeah, you kind of want to have it open, and you get those neck pores and stuff. So I don't know, but I keep doing it and putting new bottles, and I'm wondering for our next episode I'm gonna have a new bottle too. I forget what I was gonna bring out, but yeah, it's
Put a little bit of water in your mouth.
Well, I'm gonna actually do the dropper,
You
John.
gonna do the drop?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 4 drops on this one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's good. All right, that's a little bit more, but yeah.
I get a little smoke too, man. I don't know.
Lately, John's thing has been it's smoky.
I don't know, man. I get a little smoke.
It's smoky.
I like this a lot. I like everything Penelope puts out, though. I think they do good there.
Yeah.
Did you cut it?
Yeah, I like it.
Right.
I'm not noticing much difference with the water, to be honest, because it's such a high proof.
I did a full mouth of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I try your water?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good though. It's solid. I like it.
Yeah.
I could taste. I can tell it's a little boozier than but I know you're saying you feel it's a little smoother. But I'm not saying it's harsh or anything. I'm not saying it's going down harsh.
It's not burning my chest. I'll say
but
it that way.
I can tell there's some proof to it though.
It lingers on your tongue. It lingers in the mouth.
Yeah.
But it's not warming me up inside like I thought it would.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to pinpoint what there's something there.
I care for the Rio a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But this is very good.
Yeah, I think it's very vanilla forward. I think that's the dominant note I'm getting from this right now is vanilla.
Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't want this cold though. I feel like I like it the way it is.
Yeah. How do you like your whiskey?
It doesn't matter how you like your whiskey. You like it how you like it.
How you like it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
And this is a batch 2, by the way, people, just in case you're curious. Batch 1, I actually have a bottle of the batch 1. I have not cracked yet, and I'm kind of going backwards with it, but I have. This one is not.
Is the proof the same?
It's not as valuable. So I figured I'd crack part
So
of it
batch
too.
1 is more expensive than batch 2.
Yeah.
Why is that though?
It could
what
be,
do you think?
The reason why any batch could be better is it's just overall popularity. People have tried it. They said, "Wow, this is solid. This is really good." It's like Michter's 10 bourbon for 2023 has been freaking going for a lot
crazy.
more.
Yeah.
A lot more money than some of the past ones because it was just a good batch.
Right.
Hence, like we mentioned recently about the Elijah Craig C923.
I was just gonna bring that up.
It's a batch that people like.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, that was the third. That was the last batch of 2023. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of it's whatever people prefer. And if the general consensus, if everyone did and that drank that bourbon lifted their hands to vote, and they said, okay, how many people like A?
Yeah.
How many like B? How many like C? We're seeing a lot more response from certain batches.
I've been seeing that on probably 90% of the top 10 bourbons of the year of 2023. That's on there.
Yes, it will be on there.
And it's funny because I didn't want to buy it when we were in Heaven Hill, and you made me, and it's like I got like half of it left.
Oh, you actually opened it?
Oh, yeah, I opened it a while ago. There's not much left.
I was going to say, if you don't want it, I'll buy it back from you.
Half the bottle's gone, my man.
I was fortunate enough to get a couple, so yeah. And then we actually, when we were out in Kentucky, we killed one.
We killed
that was the one I bought.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, we're going to town with this.
You're out of your mind.
We're going to town. We're going to have a good time. How often are you in Kentucky with friends like that, man? You just got to do it. Yeah, you just got to do it. But other than that, I think, this is solid.
Yeah. I mean, so, all right. So, good stuff. I love Penelope.
Good stuff.
I like everything from Penelope.
Yeah.
That was one of the first bourbons you introduced me to.
Yeah.
And I dig it. I don't see it. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. But before we leave...
well, you wanted to talk about...
I wanted to bring up, like, this whole Trump Colorado thing.
Yeah,
like, You know? He's... The state Supreme Court is saying that he's not going to be on the ballot for the presidential election. They don't want him on the ballot. How is that legal? How is that
It seems
possible?
like, and listen, not to say I'm a fan of this or that or whatever, okay? Let's full disclosure, you know? But I think when it comes to anything, and especially something like as big as this, you need to level that playing ground.
It's going to be a crazy year.
You need to level that playing ground. It's not, you can't automatically give one person an advantage right off the bat. Is that fair? I mean, is that fair?
No, 100%.
You know? And you're saying, oh, well, this person can't have this state. That's not fair.
No.
I don't care if you're left or right. That's not fair.
And I'm not even saying I am a Trump fan or I'm voting for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I just, like you said, it's just, that's not fair, man. I mean, how do you, a person running, like, I just think of myself. If they were to tell me that this state doesn't want you, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that hurts. Like, that hurts my chances.
Yes.
And that's not fair because why can you be on it, but I can't?
Exactly.
Because you're going to dig the skeletons out of my closet because of things I've done in the past. It doesn't matter.
It goes back to, like, handing things to people.
What happens if 200 million people in Colorado decide to write his name in?
Yeah.
Are you going to ditch those votes?
The bottom line is this country it was founded by the people. We, the people. Let the people of America talk.
Yeah. That's what's scary.
Yes.
If a state can tell you who's going to be on a ballot and who's not, where are we going now?
Yes. Yeah.
It's very scary.
Listen, we're intelligent human beings. As humans, we can make choices. Let us make that choice. Yeah. Why are you going to let whatever amount of people that are in the courts or whatever, why are you better than me? Why are you better than John? Why are you better than anyone to make the choice for us?
Yeah.
No.
You know what that's going to do? That's just going to deter people from voting to begin with, and that's only going to help one side over another or one person over another.
So they have been, and like what we said, but Trump's an idiot, but
Trump's a big idiot.
But here's the thing: you can't, like I said, you can't decide for the people. You can't.
No. Maybe I liked the way he ran the country. Maybe I liked what he did for my finances. Yeah. Maybe I can't stand him as a person. Maybe I blame him for this. But you're going to tell me you're not. If he's one of the choices, you're not going to make that one of the choices for me to decide?
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
Yes. And to get to, I had lost my chain of thought, but
I'm sorry.
They're trying. No, that's fine. But they're trying, and we've been seeing this for quite some time. They have been trying the hardest to make sure that he's not able to run. It is in our faces. They're
trying to get rid of this guy.
It
Absolutely.
is in our faces with the whole, the courts. They're trying to blame the insurrection. They're trying to blame everything and put it on him. And
could he have made better choices and said better things
Absolutely.
then? 100%. Yes.
But is he the one that, the people died January 6th, but is he the one that killed them? Is he the one that, had, he, do you think, I mean, yes, maybe he took a little too long to respond, but he did respond.
There's a lot of, even videos, tapes of him leaning on people, right? Georgia, whatever, you know. And I get it. He tried to use his power to get what he wanted to do, and I totally understand. But I also understand where he was coming from because he felt screwed. We all think he felt screwed. But, I mean, this is what America is based on, man. It's my decision, not yours. Like, now we're covering stuff up. Ballots are found in a garbage. Ballots are getting burned. This, that, the other thing.
It gets dirty too, man.
We're getting bad, man. We're really getting
But
bad.
It not only gets bad between two parties, it gets bad between the one party. Now you see with Chris Christie, you see Nikki Haley, you see DeSantis, and they're all like, I love how, I always find it funny when you see these people debate. For instance, if you had Chris Christie and Trump, and he'll attack him, and Trump will attack him, and then they're like, "I'm choosing as my running-mate
Chris Christie."
It just, to me, that's hypocritical in and of itself. You know, you're picking someone that you were just bad mouthing like this whole time. So I think that the left should come together. Not bad. I mean, granted, you are trying to run against someone to become the one that's going to be the top dog, you know, and the one that's running to represent the Democrats or the Republicans. Yes, I understand that, but I think it gets a little messy. I think it's a little dirty at times. I think people start saying things,
dirty.
And I think that it should be just like, all right, enough with bashing this person, putting someone down. It's too much. We need to come out and say, what am I going to do? I don't care what their plan is. I don't care what they did, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I'm going to do to make this country better. Because it's pretty messed up with the way that people attack each other.
We're in a society of what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
And if you haven't fulfilled what I want, I'm just going to go on to the next guy.
Yes. And look at what we're dealing with.
We're looping back around to somebody who was already there because we're not happy what's there to begin with.
Well, Biden screwed up. Biden does not want to touch the border, it seems like, because if he does, he's going to pretty much say Trump was right.
That's another conversation we can have for another 20 minutes.
I know.
Because the things that are happening right now between New York and the migrants in New Jersey being shipped to bus stations and train stations, that's a whole nother episode.
Well, it's like Mayor Adams in New York City. Be careful what you wish for.
I do not like him, but now I'm like, this guy, you're screwed, man, because these people are coming in.
He opened his mouth and said, welcome the people from Mexico. Welcome the people from crossing the border.
Wait.
Yeah, now he's like, I can't handle it. Yeah.
No more buses coming in, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? All right, we'll drop them off in Jersey. And we'll throw them on a train.
What you wish for. And that's the thing. When you have all these people coming, do you think these people are all getting homes? So it doesn't look good, and that's why people don't want. A lot of people don't want them coming to their state, because now you have homelessness. You have so your percentages go up, unemployment, homeless, whatever. Granted, these people aren't like, it's not like they. You know, I don't know how much
these people like they're bad, but it's.
I feel for them. I feel 100%. Bad.
They just want to be free into a place where they can feel safe.
If we were in their shoes, there's a good chance we might be doing the same.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right. America is not in the type of shape right now to take more people on that have these needs.
Yes,
because we're not taking.
We got to stop playing Big Brother, brother. That's a thing, man. Yes, it's everywhere. Oh yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. Yes, but you know what? Every time we're helping someone out, we're getting on someone else's shit list.
Yes, it's true.
You know.
This is true.
There's all things to consider, you know.
So yeah, I brought up that because I don't think it's fair. I know Trump is going to the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court. God knows if they're going to have his back as well.
Yeah.
He's a sitting duck to me. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Hopefully something happens where we can figure out who we want to be our president.
Yeah.
Whether it be Nikki Haley. I mean, no, I don't want her. I don't know who I want, to be honest with you. I do want to see debates. I do want to see what people are thinking and talking about. And I don't want to see attacks. I want to see a debate. I want to know what you're...
Yeah.
I mean...
And Trump he hasn't done any debates?
He refuses to do a debate right now.
Yeah. It's interesting. But I think maybe it's because it works.
Because they're just gonna bash him and bring up shit and go and go and go and he knows his responses are just going to make him look bad.
Yeah.
So I might as well just stay out of it.
Because he's going to get the...
Now he's playing the victim.
Yeah.
And it's working.
Yeah. Should be interesting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting...
It's going to be a crazy year, man. It's going to be a crazy, crazy year.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting election year. Yeah. So we'll see.
I mean, I think the Iowa caucuses are they're usually in March.
Yeah.
Right? Jersey's not till June, I believe.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's going to be a crazy year.
We should have fun with it.
I don't know if it's fun, but it'll be crazy.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we should have a drinking contest. Every time they mention the border, we should have to take a sip.
Yeah. Well, I'll be hammered. You have to pump my stomach.
All right, guys, it's about that time. We're going to close this one up.
Let's shout out Maine Lunch.
Maine.
Love it. Our go-to.
I
know we still have some more here, and we're going to keep drinking this.
Yeah, we'll have it after, yeah. Shout out Penelope. We liked this light whiskey. It was cool. I liked it.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Cheers to John.
Yeah. Thanks for me winning Big TDs in my face.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations on that once again.
That's not why you're cheersing me?
Yes. Well, that's the reason now.
Gotcha.
And as always, guys, cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Hey.